So, hey there, YouTube. It's Petey, and I'm back here to recommend this punk rock movie documentary. You Weren't There, History of Chicago Punk. This is a legit documentary. It was 2007, and all these local bands are in it. It's about the Chicago punk scene. So, Steve Albini is in it and talk about his band, but this is a really good music documentary. You Weren't There is it's just excellent. And it came out and I wanted to see it because my neighbors are in it. My neighbors had a punk band. These are the Steppe brothers. Just two of them pictured here. Steve was really active in Rights of the Accused and as a mentor to his brothers Barry and Todd, is shown here. I was even friends with Kyle, the younger one, and I missed them so much when they moved. I took a Greyhound bus and I kind of invited myself to their home. They let me stay with them for a week in the summer, and it was such a great time. I really admire the entire Steppe family, and I credit um, their them being what they were, influential, successful people who were comfortable in their own skin, guys that didn't grow up to have big drug and alcohol problems or weren't assholes. They were turned out to be really good people. And I realize and I credit all that just because they were a good family, I think. Like their parents were cool, they were good people. They encouraged their kids and everything worked out okay for them pretty much. Um, where you don't always have that. Sometimes musicians have, like you hear about like Kurt Cobain's broken home, or you hear other people where their parents they're not supportive of them as musicians. And you don't really hear those stories because those people don't end up successful. So it's something to say if you're reproducing, you got to really work at it to turn out to have a great family. And that's how you change the world, you know? But yeah, I really forget these brothers being in it. This is a great movie. It's 2 hours long. You can watch it for free on YouTube. So if you like watching interesting documentary footage, this is basically interviews with the club owners and then the people who played in the bands. And it really isn't a one-sided thing. It's pretty fair, looked at from all different angles, and they all feel about the same way. It was kind of weird in Chicago because they had this kiddie scene where these younger bands, or all ages, I guess it was called, all ages venues. They had matinees, so the bands were playing twice. They would play in the afternoon for the kids, and then they would do the old people shows, which was the 20-year-olds, you know. But so there's all of that interesting stuff is discussed about the clubs and the alcohol laws and greasing the palm of politicians or police. So it's really interesting. Covers a lot of different bands, but it was really kind of a smaller scene compared to what went on in DC or on the West Coast. So you don't hear much about the Chicago scene. I've watched punk documentaries about all of the scenes. I've got a Minnesota movie I'm watching now. I just really enjoy that. I think I missed my calling. I should have ended up being a punk person and hanging around in that community. Um, it certainly seems that there were people that were seeking for things to change for mankind. The people were at least thinking. It wasn't just so like the endless quest to become intoxicated, which was the majority of the people that I surrounded myself with, besides the musicians, who most of them were knuckleheads, you know. Anyway, you guys, I know you'd love this movie. Forget the fact that the Steppe brothers are in it, but it makes it even better. There's a lot of heritage, just a ton of bands and musicians that are discussed and represented and interviewed in this thoroughly entertaining and informative music documentary. You Weren't There, History of Chicago Punk 77 84. Definitely check that one out. I will put the link in the description for you guys. Now on the home front, We're doing a remote. We've got 15 songs. We've been practicing, and we're doing this remote, and I'm going to film footage of us performing this music for you guys. So I'm going to be sharing these performances, and it's important that you guys support the music that's on this channel. And how do you do that? You don't have to pay me a cent. You just watch it, you like it, and you share it. That's all you need to do. Eventually, you'll figure out what's going on here, and you'll catch on to that there is worth to what we're doing, and it is worth your time. So stay tuned. And in the meantime, you can check out You Weren't There. History of Chicago Punk 77 to 84. You guys hug your pets. And peace.